Hi, I'm Tony Galati from Czech Games Edition. As you can see, we're doing something a little bit different around here, and that's primarily due to what we've seen from you, our fans. Over the past few weeks, you've adapted, and things have been really hard. They've been difficult for everyone in a lot of different ways, and we recognize this. But you've continued playing games. You've continued playing our games in this new virtual world. And you've done some pretty ingenious things to play our games. And frankly, it's encouraged us. It's encouraged us so much that we have decided to make a series of instructional videos for you. Now, this video series is going to show our games and how we would set them up on camera for you to play with friends, family, and game groups around the world. So, without further ado, let's get started with the first video on Codenames. First, let's talk about how to set up Codenames. Now, to play Codenames virtually, you're going to need a host. And that host is going to actually be the person who physically has a copy of the game, as well as a device that they're going to be using to broadcast out to the other players. So what you see here is my personal setup. I've suspended a mini iPad over the grid of cards using a gooseneck clamp. This achieves a nice top-down view of the cards, one of the camera angles that we recommend. The other camera position we recommend is shown here. It is a slight angle, but one where you can still see all of the cards. But the big thing that we want to stress here is that nearly any device will work. You can use a smartphone, a tablet, your laptop, a webcam, pretty much anything where you can show all of the cards to your group will work great in this setting. Let's jump back to my setup so I can explain one more role the host has to perform. In a normal game of Codenames, when you make a guess, you touch a card. However, in this new virtual playground, that won't be possible. So, the host is going to collaborate with the spy masters so that they know which card to place on the grid. Now, the host doesn't need to know any additional information. There just has to be agreed upon way that players lock in a clue. Then, after the clue has been locked in, the spy master just collaborates with the host and tells them which card to put on the grid. Now that we've gone over the setup for Codenames, let's talk about a little tool that I have available that's really going to help your virtual experience. It is an app, and I apologize in advance because I am going to be on my iPad the majority of this section. But this is available on Android and Apple devices. And this app is called Codenames Gadget. What this app does is it allows you to share key cards between the spy masters, no matter where they are located. So keeping that in mind, let's jump through some of these settings. We're only going to go over a few of these options, but definitely explore the rest and get the settings to your liking. What we're going to start off on is the 5x5. Now, we are going to use a 5x5 grid, original Codenames, but if you are using Codenames Pictures, you switch that over to the 5x4. The next section we're going to look at is Do Not Hide. Now, if I'm alone where I'm located, I will keep it on Do Not Hide. However, if I am with people and there's a chance anyone could see my key card, I'll pick Auto Hide. And we'll go over that in just a second. The other thing that we're going to look at is the Buy a Code section. I'm going to click that and choose Random for this first one. I'll explain what that does here in a moment. And then Start Game. Now, the first thing you should notice is you can't see your keycard. That's because we have the Auto Hide feature enabled. This makes it a failsafe so that other people can't see the card on your device. However, you can press the spoiler button in the top left to see the keycard, or if you tilt your device in a fashion that faces you, you'll be able to see the keycard as well. So this cool feature allows you to provide a failsafe so other players around you don't accidentally have the game spoiled for them. Now we're in the menu to figure out the seed code. This is the number that you're going to give to the other spy master so that you both are using the same keycard. So let me show you. We hit Quit Game, and the button that's under 5x5 is either going to say Buy a Code or Random. Now, the person who is receiving the code will choose Buy a Code. The person who's generating the code will be random. So since we've received the code, we're going to click Buy a Code, hit Start Game, and type in that 1564, and now we have the same key card as the other spy master. In each of these videos, I'm going to wrap things up with a brief explanation of the settings in one of the broadcasting softwares we recommend. In this video, we're going to be talking about Skype, so let's switch over there and get going. At the top left, you'll see a button that says Meet Now. You're just going to press that, and it's going to jump right into the call. First, make sure you have your video turned on. You can turn it on by clicking the switch next to the video icon in the center of the screen. Next, make sure you have your correct camera set up. To do this, click the name of the camera to the left of the video icon. A drop-down menu will appear, and you can then switch your camera by clicking the camera's name. I have now switched over to the cameras showing Codenames, and the only thing I have left to do is to click this link that I am going to share with the other players and start the call. Now we are ready to play Codenames. There is one additional item I should probably mention. As you can see here, all of your cards appear to be in reverse, but there is no need to worry. The other players will see the cards correctly. What this means, though, is that you are going to have to play the game looking at the physical copy you've already set up. I hope this video was helpful. Please keep an eye out for our next video, and if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below. We'd love to see what your setup for Codenames looks like, so tag us at Czech Games on Facebook and Twitter. Stay safe and keep gaming.